I love math. I know that makes me seem like a geek or a nerd or something like that, but I truly do. I love math. But that's probably because it has been very good to me, and I was lucky enough to for it to come more easily to me than others. But I know that that's not true for most of you, and that's okay. Um, Maybe your elementary teachers weren't strong at math and lacked the ability to teach you effectively, which had created some early holes. Or maybe they had negative feelings towards math that you picked up on and you just inherited that way. Another possibility is that your parents said that they weren't good at math, so they didn't expect you to be, so they lowered the expectations. So when you struggled with something, because math is very hard, you just assumed that you weren't good at it, so you didn't try as hard as you could because you didn't think you could get better at it. For some of you, you may have developed an anxiety towards math because it is hard and you didn't have good teaching, or an anxiety because you weren't as fast as maybe your classmates. Math is not about speed, however. Or sometimes there could have been an instance where you've got the right answer and the teacher didn't give you credit for it because that you didn't set the problem up correctly. And then there's some of you who might think it's just boring or not creative. Well, I'm going to tell you that none of this is true. In fact, each and every one of you can be good at math and learn math. It may take some of us a little longer. We may have to do it a little bit differently. We may have to write things out longer. We may have to find different methods of solving problems. But despite what you guys may think, there's multiple ways of doing every single problem and getting to an answer. All right, sometimes there's not even just one right answer. And that's part of why anxiety happens, because you think that there's only one way to do things or one way. That's not the way we're going to work here in algebra. So I just ask you guys to take it in stride, do the best you can, work forward, and hopefully I can give you a new light on mathematics. Also, math can be very interesting and creative. Math is used in any kind of animation, computer programming, art. There's shapes and equations everywhere in everything you do. So if you can just find, hopefully I can introduce you some of these methods, but if you can just find a little bit of passion with math, I can help you learn it. It's important to take your time when doing math. I can't emphasize that enough. Some people try and rush through and you miss steps, and even I am guilty of that sometimes because, whether you're good or bad at it, sometimes you get frustrated and give up when you're bad, or you try and rush through just to get it over with. And when you're good at it, you rush through because you think you know everything and you skip a step or you make a silly mistake. Either way, the best strategy in math is to take your time. Write out each step. There are shorter ways of doing things, and then there are longer ways of doing things. If it takes you the longer way to do it and get it right, that's all that matters, is that we know what we're doing and we get to the end of the problem the correct way. And again, there's not one way to do it, so if anytime during class I come up with a way and show you guys a way to do something, if you happen to know another way and I don't get to it, please feel free to tell me and I can help you show the class that way, or maybe you can do it yourself. So hopefully we can have a little bit of an open forum that way, and we can make math a little less, what would be the word? I guess it would make you guys feel a little less anxious towards math. So in order to help with this, I've created a little survey that you guys will be doing for tonight. Hopefully it's something that can help me understand any kind of preconceived knowledge that you have.